Okay, so crypto is correcting, Bitcoin is correcting, and it's all coming before the halving. And we're going to talk about how we can best prepare. And this was to be expected. I'm going to break down for you guys what we're looking at. Crypto's down 5%, presenting a ton of opportunities. We're going to get to some of those opportunities later on in the video. Some of the altcoins that have sold off a little bit more than others that I think are really presenting some nice entry points, in my opinion, if you're looking at this as a long-term play within this crypto cycle. So listen, guys, this is not time to panic. It's not time to freak out. This is a time to lock in because it's normal that we get a 15, 20% correction with the price of Bitcoin and crypto around this Bitcoin halving. You know, they've been talking about kind of a pre-halving sell-off. I think it's happening right now. Okay. How low we're going to go, don't know, but at 66,000 right now per Bitcoin, this is a sale, in my opinion. Depending on your position, depending on your goals, this could be an opportunity to buy the dip because Bitcoin was just recently over 71K not too long ago, and even up over $73,000 in the last month, where we spiked all the way up here in um, in mid-March. Okay, now we did dip down all the way to 61K. Keep in mind, in late March, so we could go down there and retest that at 61,000, in my opinion, and that could present itself even a bigger opportunity. So we got the little bit of a sell-off late last night. And I know why. We're going to break it down. There's a lot of things I want to get to. First and foremost, I want to get to this chart. Now, this is bull market progress coming from Rec Capital. And we've been talking about where we are potentially in this bull run. And this is progress bar based on a standard halving cycle, okay, based on our halving schedules. Now, here's what we do know. There's one thing different right now in this crypto bull run that we didn't have, and that is Bitcoin ETFs. So we do have to, outline that and at least put that out there. That is different, but I think that should even present us more opportunities in the long term here in this cycle for more growth and more gains because we've seen the amounts of inflows coming in from Bitcoin ETFs. So if we take a look at this chart from Rec Capital, this is where we are right now in our progress. A little bit of a red candle here, and this is the weekly candle here. And based on this, we're about 35% into this bull run. Okay. You could see what happened here at the halving. Okay. These blue lines are the halvings. Look what happened at the halving before the big halving of 2020. A little bit of a sell off, right? Same thing in 2016, a little bit of a sell off. Same thing happening now. And we're starting to build back up as we get close to the halving here. And basically, we are right on the line of the halving. So I don't think we're going to see much more of a dip. Like I mentioned, we could come back down to about 61. That's my take right now. And would be shocked if we go lower than that here pre-halving. Now, another something to note here: Bitcoin miners just hit a record $2 billion in monthly revenue, highest ever. Halving coming hot in 2 weeks, so that is big news for Bitcoin miners out there. And then this is really interesting, and this is Stock Money Lizards, who breaks down a lot of great things on the charts. 50K now, question mark, just a small correction, shakeout, then moon. Let's take a look at some charts and indicators, and he breaks things down. So what happened yesterday was a big liquidation event of longs, people who were longing Bitcoin, people who were betting Bitcoin would go up. And a lot of those were liquidated yesterday. They took a lot of those out, 500 million in total. As you can see on the heat map, the liquidity chart looks much cleaner now. A lot of short liquidity also sits in the area of about 72K. Potential upside here, okay, from these levels. He goes on to talk about open interest in funding. We're very positive still. Usually this happens in much overbought conditions. Funding is slightly positive now. OI, or open interest, looks like there's more, some more space. And then this is interesting. Double top, decreasing RSI, no bullish divergence in sight. Some more downside here potentially. And look where it could be taking us. Right down to about that 60K range, maybe even a little bit lower into the high 50s potentially. But again, zoom out, guys. If this happens, be ready, because our altcoins, which we're going to get to in this video, are going to be at a premium price. and some of them are already getting down there. So maybe, deploy a dollar cost averaging strategy. That's what I try to do. I don't try to time the market perfectly. It's basically impossible. Now, he also goes over pre-halving volatility. Says we have shared these two charts in the past. As you can see, heavy swings happen before the halving, potentially more downside short term, but volatility in both directions until the halving. So we saw here the first halving, 50% correction, the second halving, a 30% correction. COVID crash happened in the third, in the midst of all of this in the third halving. We had a 60% correction, and right now, fourth halving, here's the correction that is playing out right now as we speak. And so we're expecting to see at least a 20% correction here, in my opinion. Okay. But furthermore, if we come back out here, Bitcoin has not even dipped below the 50-day SMA. And some people start freaking out. 50-day SMA, let's go over here and check it out. This is our Discord, by the way, if you guys are interested in joining. That's the Patreon. Was just checking in on messages over there. But you do have access to me when you join the Patreon if you guys are interested in that. Links down below as we pull up the Bitcoin chart here. And if we take a look here, that's what we're looking at. We had the momentum down flash right here, flashed all the way down to about 62, 61K. If we look at our SMA on the 50-day, okay, right here, it's about 62.8. 62.8 on the 50-day. So I would think we can come down and test this. If we do come down and test the 100-day, we're going to come down to about 55, 56. Okay. But again, we've got a little local support here at 61. This could be just a little final push down, even maybe to the $58,000, $57,000 range. No matter what, I'm a buyer. I'm buying a little bit of Bitcoin every single day. That's the strategy I'm deploying. Was doing that all the way since April of 2022. All right. But if we go back here, it says, the higher we get, the more nervous everyone gets. This correction will be temporary. 1 month until the halving. No bear market ever started before the halving. No bear market ever started before the halving. And it says here, the flip side of volatility. Also posted a couple days ago. This volatility usually lasts for a couple of weeks after breaking the old all-time high, which we've done that. Usually profits are taken, shorts are placed, and at some point squeezed, and then the next leg up starts. So we can see what happened in 2017, all-time high hit. 2020, okay, all-time high hit, correction. All-time high hit, correction. See this right in here? All-time high hit in 2024, correction. And we're seeing it play out perfectly here. We're seeing it play out perfectly again, exactly what we expected. So this, to me, is nothing out of the ordinary. It's exactly what we expected to see. Okay? And then looking at the really short time frame, Stock Money Lizard says on the 2-hour, BTC is oversold and at an important volume support point. However, no divergence here either. And usually it is not the first dip to oversold that leads to reversal. So we have potentially some more short-term downside. This is very crucial information to be aware of. Okay, and we could potentially, I think, come back down to these levels, just below 60K. And then I think we have the halving, we get some consolidation, and then eventually we see the massive bull run happen after the halving. Now, what does this mean for our altcoins? Let's go back here and take a look. If you guys are getting value in this video a little bit longer than usual, go ahead and smash the like button. As we speak, Bitcoin is actually coming down a little bit further. When we started the video, it was at 66,000 and some change. We're at 65.8. We are expecting a little bit more downside. Okay. I recently, as I mentioned, I've been buying a little bit every day. We bought a little bit more today. And if this continues to fall, we'll deploy a little bit more. We're taking profits from our meme coins and our short-term plays, and we're driving it back into things like Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. If we look at some of the biggest losers, what we have up here, number one is Aptos. And to me, this is one of, if not the best opportunities right now to start DCAing into what I believe is going to be a great potential layer one that could rival what what Solana did last cycle. Keep in mind, Solana last cycle did a 200x. Okay, now Aptos is relatively large, but I think it hasn't seen a bull run yet. Aptos and Sui are two of the cryptos I'm betting on big time. And Sui down here at $1.75, this is another fantastic opportunity. I've been adding more today to Sui as well. I'm going to make a full long video about this as well later today, because this to me is a huge, huge opportunity to get this at a premium price, well below $2. It's so early on Sui and Aptos, two Solana rivals. So those are two that I'm really looking at closely. We also have Ondo Finance on a big dip. That's the RWA play at 78 cents. I really like that right now. Singularity Net is down pretty significantly as well. And some of the AI plays that we like are down. There's Sui. Gala down below 6 cents. Dogecoin has fallen pretty rapidly down to 18 cents. If you missed that Dogecoin push to 22 cents, you might want to look at that if you're looking at that as a longer term play within this cycle. We've got so many directions we can go. SEI, say, this is another, in my opinion, great play. Nice layer one with a lot of potential in this cycle. These are great opportunities to start to DCA into your favorite plays on these dips right now pre-halving. Because if things play out the way many people believe they will, this is going to be a blip on the radar come, mid 2025. And that's how I'm playing this. You got to have conviction. You got to be confident in your plays. You got to be confident in your strategy. So you're ready to pounce and ready to make moves during these dips and not just freaking out. So that's the video I got for you guys today. Hopefully it gives you some good insight, helps you out. And let me know if it did down below in the comment section. Also, check out CoinW. It is linked down below. It is one of the 3 exchanges that we are partnered up. Guys, you can join an unbelievable trading group for free when you sign up and deposit any amount using my link down below. CoinW is partnered up with HGA, a group that I'm part of, and you can follow the best traders, trading signals, trading live streams, totally free. Exclusive information from the professional traders. Sign up with CoinW using my official link. Join the verification Telegram group. Verify your CoinW UID, and you're in. Links down below to that. Appreciate you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next video.